Battlecry of Freedom by Ngakma Nor'dzin.
Part 2, the slogans. Slogan 45. Embrace the three principal causes.
Gyu yi tso wo nam sum lang.
Find an inspiring riding instructor. Learn the techniques of riding and get to know your horse. Then joyfully appreciate every aspect of riding. One aspect of lessons I found difficult at the riding school was the continual change of instructor. We rarely had the same instructor 2 lessons in a row. There were 3 main instructors, but several others that might take the grade 3 lessons fairly frequently. Although all the instructors were supposedly teaching the same methods of equestrianism, the details could vary considerably. I might continue to apply a detail I had learned from the previous week and be told it was incorrect and to stop doing it by that day's instructor. There was one instructor in particular I liked and trusted. I felt I had a personal relationship with her. She would answer questions and never made students feel foolish or of less value than others in the group. She knew all the horses individually and had a relationship with each one. She had the capacity to kindly accommodate their strengths and weaknesses in a lesson. She was always affectionate to Dee and did not seem to find her an inconvenience. She never treated Dee roughly. We were having a jumping lesson with this instructor one afternoon and had 3 trainee instructors with the usual grade 3 group. Toward the end of the lesson, mostly for the benefit of the trainee instructors, we were asked to try jumping without reins. A rider's relationship with the reins can be rather illogical. Reins do not keep you on a horse. They offer no security for staying on the horse's back at all. Yet, because they are held in the hands, the reins feel like they help you stay on. Grade 3 riders were used to tying a knot in the reins and dropping them on the horse's neck in order to focus on the riding position, sitting deeply in the saddle, the position of the legs, and so forth. But to jump a fence without reins felt like a big challenge, and it was the first time this had been asked of us. The trainee riding instructors were of course expected to embrace the instruction and jump the jumps without reins. It was optional for the rest of the group, and only a few of us did it. It was probably one of the most significant lessons for me in becoming fully aware of my physical connection to the body of the horse through letting go of the reins as imagined security. As we approached the fence at a canter, we had to drop the reins and put our arms straight out in front of us, either side of the horse's head. Dee and I soared over several jumps, and it was an extraordinary experience of trust in the instructor, trust in my body in the saddle, and trust in the horse. In this anecdote, the instructor, the method of jumping without reins, and the experience of connection with Dee were the 3 principal causes for this extraordinarily awakening riding experience. They were the teacher, the method, and the circumstances conducive for practice.
Ngakchen Rinpoche says, the slogans are a hybrid teaching that span the yanas. The sutric, tantric, or dzogchen emphasis depends on the lineage and on the lama who gives commentary.
In whichever of the vehicles practice is based, the teacher is important. The teacher is the source of teaching and method. It is possible to learn about mind training from a book and practice what is learnt. To ask questions about mind training, however, it will be necessary to have a physical teacher to ask. To discover the potential, depth, and subtleties of mind training as a method of awakening, it will become necessary to receive transmission from a qualified Lama. Then it is essential to have a personal relationship with a teacher. Ideally, the teacher is present as a continual inspiration for the student throughout their life. I am sure that my riding abilities would have advanced more quickly and deeply if I had been fortunate to have the same teacher week after week. A relationship with the teacher is the first principal source of awakening. The second principle is the method of practice. It is the mind training instructions expressed in these teachings. The methods have to be practiced to have any effect. Practitioners must move beyond merely studying them. Only through testing mind training in the laboratory of practitioners' own experience can practice be tasted and found to be valuable. There is no benefit to be gained if the methods of mind training are not applied. Mind training must move beyond the realm of intellectualism. The third principle is the importance of valuing circumstances that support practice and establishing how to embrace current life circumstances as a support to practice. Practice must not be dependent on a notion of ideal circumstances. Alternatively, less than ideal circumstances should not be used as a reason not to practice, when it is in fact laziness, distraction, or lack of discipline that is preventing engagement in mind training. It is helpful to create supportive circumstances if possible, such as a quiet room in which to meditate. Being part of a community of other practitioners is also extremely supportive. Practitioners who are fortunate to have the time and opportunity to practice must value and appreciate this as the most priceless and exceptional opportunity, and as the third principal cause of awakening.
Dokyense Rinpoche says, if we have these three essential factors complete, we should be happy at the thought we have all that is necessary to practice the teachings. It is as though we have been equipped with a good horse for an uphill journey. The way will be without difficulty.
In order to truly make progress, it is necessary to commit to a particular teacher and a particular path of practice. To really progress, the teaching and methods of mind training need to be consistent and applied consistently at all times and in all circumstances. Then these will truly become the principal causes of awakening.